Hello everybody, my name is FlashofNight and today I will be casting the game between Camp Our Jungle and Doink Bros. Currently the team captains for these teams are Wuijin, and currently ShrubbyTurtle is the captain for the secondary team here, featuring ShrubbyTurtle. And his team mascot seems to be Doinks. And we're going to get right into this game. Most importantly to know is we're just going to talk about the draft real quick. We do not have access specifically to the draft or any information relating to the draft or the order. But surprisingly, Janna got picked on blue side. Normally, this is traditionally a red side pick for those who don't know the current League of Legends meta. We currently see Janna as a red side 5 R5 pick, being picked up by most teams as a response to a tank top laner. So, the idea is, in a game such as this, ShrubbyTurtle going to be in the top lane, Xin Zhao moving all these players around to make it more convenient for everybody watching at home. But most importantly, it's normally not a matchup you've seen to something like Fiora, because Fiora is a split-pushing champion that can really just run through a team such as this. So it's going to be really important to watch how this is played. We also can make note that most of these teams are very new to the league. They haven't played together for very long, so we're just going to get right into it. And most importantly, we're seeing two teams that have a lot of veteran talent from the Liga on both their rosters. Wuijin and Xray and Shmeep are all veteran talent from the Liga. Most of ShrubbyTurtle's team himself, Party Toad, and N54 are also veteran talents. So we're currently seeing the 5-point coming out from Doinks. And then also at the same time, we're seeing another team who has a lot more mischievous motives when it comes to the way that they're trying to operate this game. So I really think that it's important that we see what's going on in this game and trying to understand what is the draft thing that's going on between these two teams. Currently seeing a Yuumi picked up on the bot lane, pretty normal, scaling Enchanter support. Wuijin playing the Enchanter top lane, looking to be giving up a lot to hit his team ahead. That's most important, because something such as Fiora can really run through people's bases. They don't really necessarily need to get kills, because she's just going to be on that turret, getting plating, getting bases, and just going to start running through that, potentially the gold. But mostly the way that the Janna top works so well is because, specifically, when it comes to the way that the bounty system works, when you have a teammate who gets essentially no gold compared to their opponent, even when their opponents are ahead, or their teammates are ahead, I mean, it doesn't really seem to work with the system, so it's kind of like an abusing that situation. So Wuijin's just going to try to hit the first few levels here and get an advantage that way. Looking at both of these jungles pathing, we're currently seeing the traditional 5 camp. I really am not a fan of the 5 camp compared to trying to go for the 6, which is when you try to pick up something like Krugs, but most junglers do not like to pick up Krugs right now. It's kind of a waste of time, considerably the early clear, and a lot of junglers want to make sure that they clear out everything but Krugs, go to fight that Scuttle Crab, take the base then, and then immediately look. But N54 playing incredibly aggressive in this early wing with Doinks here, and they're really just trying to punish the Yuumi pick, because the Yuumi can't really walk out without having to be careful of Doinks on that set, just instantly flash-eing her and preventing her from hopping back on. Nice thing is they're getting some good poke. That's the good thing about playing something like the MF. It doesn't have a great sustain, but it mostly has that additional thing. It can run common if it wants to. This game we're seeing PTA, and most of these lanes are just taking pretty favorable trades. Because of the healing that comes out from Yuumi, any trade that N54 takes, unless he overwhelmingly wins it, it's not going to be very good for him. So again, we're seeing ShrubbyTurtle in the top lane. He's going to take a lot of damage here. He's just really low. Gonna see, ooh, this is a potential gank. Shrubby does have his W though. Gonna get that. Oh, he cues into it. He flashes away. Oh, he's going to parry it, but that's going to be the flash forward first blood for Janna. And that's the thing. They just took really bad trades for them. Oh, exhaust comes out on top of that. N54 really low. Just barely going to survive. 1 HP. The potion will save him. Hits level 3. Gets that regen. Going to make it out of here. And currently seeing both teams look to move around the map a little more. That Janna top is getting quite annoying for both of the teams. specifically for ShrubbyTurtle, that Glacial Augment really preventing him from just running down and trying to kill Janna. She's so low, less than 50 HP or so, and she is probably going to leave the lane after this. Taking that support item really requires her to be around her teammates. Meanwhile, Goods are here. He's trying to go for the knockout. That's going to be the flash. That's going to be the connect, but he's going to have to leave Xray to take the teleport base, coming back to laning phase. And we're going to see again, both teams picking up some good leads. The goal lead currently does favor because of the solo kill. Blue side's Wuijin, our camper jungle, and they're just going to have an advantage. They really can't do anything. The ward control coming down, they think, oh yeah, look, it's safe. They can see Goods here. He doesn't even know. And unless they flash out from Doinks, the exhaust doesn't really matter. DDD's here. He has a level advantage. He's playing Olaf into this matchup. It's really helpful, especially when you have something to engage, and that's going to be him following up. He has to flash over the wall, and he can't get away. He's taking so much damage, and he's going to eventually have to take a bad base. Top side of his camps are available. The smite coming up to help secure that cannon. But Wuijin, unfortunately, really can't play the pick to its full potential, because normally when you're playing something such as Janna top, you're really trying to move around the map. And he's really just forced to stay in laning phase, specifically into something like ShrubbyTurtle on Fiora, because if he leaves laning phase too long, Fiora will blow the game out from under him, and he will just have to lose a ton of plating. So I think he's trying to reduce that. But I feel like the opposite mindset should be taken. You should be trying to get your team ahead early, while Fiora cannot take platings very quickly, as the armor does scale quite well for those second and third platings compared to later, because if you just match him early and then roam later on in the game, well, Fiora's going to have more gold, more items, and she's going to start winning those trades and eventually just start getting on top of that turret and eating through those platings just as fast, if not faster. So I do think it is not the best decision to just try to be matching the Fiora in the early game, especially for the first couple levels. I think he's just trying to wait for 6, playing the matchup a little bit different than what we've seen from most people who are playing it in solo queue, specifically the EU player Happy. That is what popularized this champion selection, because that's kind of the trade. Olaf again coming top. He's going to get spot on a ward. No flash from Shrubby. He's just going to get slowed, run down. He literally can't move, and he's just going to get solo killed again. 1,000 gold down. Neither team is really able to make any plays outside of this top lane. Everything else is quite even. Olaf is ahead, though, notably through the kills and the CS advantage, but mid and bot, pretty even outside of just the CS differences that they have. Bot lane has a pretty notable one, about 10, but that doesn't really make too much of a difference until later on in the game, when they start to take more advantageous bases. Kaisa, most importantly, did pick up the tier, which is going to allow her to spam abilities more. And ShrubbyTurtle's going to spot out the Olaf on this camp, but meanwhile, Wuijin is here. They don't have level 6. They're just going to throw out the Q instantly out on him. He's going to have to Q under tower. He's going to not use his W and chunk to half HP almost instantly upon returning to the laning phase. Very little he can do here. Getting a pretty sizable gold difference. And that's going to be BP. The Goods looking for something here. He's down 2 levels. Xray is going to spot him on the ward. He's going to get the stun. He's going to get a lot of damage. Pops the ultimate and gets over the wall. Though this could be his death. He's going to be pincered between the two of them. He doesn't have flash. He's going to recast it. Oh, that's going to be Party Toad making sure he's getting stopped down. Kaisa doesn't have flash. They're trying to get on top, but they're too slow. They can't follow, and Xray just gets out for free, taking an ult that should have got him killed within the pit. It's going to see him take a base into a recall. Gonna see ShrubbyTurtle again in the top side. Pops the ultimate. Looking for it. Going to get the auto attack. Gonna have the regen. Looks for it. She's going to almost. Yes, and that's gonna be a kill for ShrubbyTurtle on this Fiora. Finally turning that around. That's not a fight you need to take. He picks up the CS, and this is a game where they're funneling Olaf like there's no tomorrow. Wait, massive wave crashing. Wuijin's gonna try to pick up as much of this can. Shrubby might want to look to get some platings here, especially with the jungler dead on the reset. But there is not enough that he can do, especially with that smite really clearing out minions. Wuijin finally hitting level 6 here, is going to have the ultimate up. Could look for some plays. Does have flash, can go for the flash and ult. Nothing too impactful. Either team is going to reduce the gold deficit to about 600. Especially when you have champions such as the Yuumi. That's really helpful to have an early game lead, because you're going to be able to smooth out the next part of the game. But the dragon deficit's really important. Soul, when you have something like Janna top lane, And specifically top lane in general has very little impact for the early parts of the game when it comes to the objectives such as dragons. And Jaina top even more so. She's going to have to sacrifice waves and sacrifice gold to participate in fights to help her team, and that's the kind of the whole way the pick works. And the argument is I'm going to harass the enemy more and get more value that way than anything else. And the thing with also picking such an aggressive lane bot is they are in the same boat. NA Valorant just has to play safe. Meanwhile, the top side of the map has to play relatively aggressive if they really want to see something go down. And Doinks going to put himself into position to hopefully look for an engage. ShrubbyTurtle, he's going to have a 2-level lead, and Wuijin should hit level 7 off this. Going to see the enemies start roaming up. Be God. Ooh, he has to pop his ultimate, but it's too late. He needed to pop it earlier. ShrubbyTurtle's going to have the connection. She's going to hit the fear. That's going to get him pushed around. It's a 1v3. Party Toad is here, but it's just too late. He's going to end up falling too. He has no way of getting out. The ultimate's going to miss from Xray. Absolutely incredible grief. And oh, Party Toad dodges the axes and he knows what to do, but that's going to be a flash forward from Wuijin. Not going to be enough. The rainy storm will keep Wuijin alive through the absolute onslaught of abilities, pushing their goal lead up to 2,000 at 10 minutes. And they're looking pretty good. CS in the bot lane has bounced back. N54, fortunately not able to punish this Yuumi lane off that pick. And NA Valorant just playing those cues from that MF almost perfectly. I don't think there's really anything as the flash forward comes out. They don't have the exhaust. He's going to go into tower range. He's going to take 2 towers. He's going to die. They're going to see Doinks go under the turret. He's too low. And N54 mispositions with the ultimate, and that ends up getting him killed into a double kill for the enemy bot lane. And it's going to break open this game, possibly causing the end of it right here. Looking at 5,000 gold, ShrubbyTurtle's going to walk forward. He's going to see deity right here. He's not going to be able to W in time. He's trying to Q. He has to flash for the wall. That's a really good flash. That'll give him a lot of distance. He takes a lot of damage, though. Oh, forced to take it. He's getting low. Shrubby wants to hit that Q again, but I think he just has to take the instant base and the teleport. Wuijin's going to look to cancel that with his Q. In the top lane, he's under about 200 HP. ShrubbyTurtle, again, we're just seeing bad trades taken everywhere on the map, and they're going to be looking to break open the first turret of the game. Shrubby unable to do a damn thing as Xray caught out here, has the flash, gets over the wall. Neither of them can follow up, and Party Toad gonna be in evil levels, but look at all of that minions and EXP that's gonna see Shrubby lose. N54's build, lack of healing cuts, honestly should have been put on the support rather than him, so a lot of building mistakes so far, but those can always be changed. Macro wise, game's not looking good. 5,000 lead at 12 minutes. Most of it is on the backs of the top lane and jungle, each having 2,000 to 1,000 gold lead themselves over their existing roles, along with the bot lane. Importantly enough, bot lane does have about 1,000 gold collective lead through the two of them, and N54 looking for an invade. They want to get this dragon. I think they're trying to wait for Olaf to enter, and I don't believe they've been spotted on the ward. If we come on looking from the blue side, we don't see anything. They only see Party Toad. They're going to walk forward, and that's going to be the vision. N54 is going to leave a little too early. That's going to be instantly on a Wuijin. Wuijin's going to get ulting up, pushes them all away. They're trying to kill him. He is dead. That's going to be all of them looking forward, though. Xray is taking a lot of damage. N54 is going to push him into it. Doinks is taking the brunt of the ultimate. D&D is going to end up falling. That's going to be a shutdown coming forward. Xray is still on the backside. Saul does not have ultimate. He cannot follow up, and that's going to see both of these teams. The bot lane is coming back. The MF ultimate is going to be enough to flash from Party Toad, is going to keep him alive, but the bot lane is here to save their mid laner, and they're going to keep the game pushing forward a little longer. Meanwhile, they're trying to secure this. Party Toad is so low. Flash is available from NA Valorant, and they do have vision on top of this. ShrubbyTurtle finally able to punish the lack of teleport from Wuijin. Gonna get some platings for himself, recuperate some of that gold loss. Finally bringing up that to even, and just with that play alone, top lane restabilized. Bot lane, not as much, but mid still in the deficit. 3K's gold lead still exists in the game, and most of it is through jungle and mid. Ooh, N54, you gotta start getting careful there. This is not looking too good for either of these bot lane nor top lane. Just kind of in a bad positioning. Xray picking up a first plate for himself. Goal lead gonna get continually extended, but those dragons are the most important thing because they put a clock on the scaling power of Camp Our Jungle. Doinks with his team is going to be able to get more time if they have to end up getting drags to look to scale. Soul is always a priority, especially when it's something such as Mountain Soul. When you have Mountain Soul into a team that's like Janna and Vex, like, that's some pretty important poke that can be chunked out when Kaisa and Victor are just spamming abilities. Currently, N54 is going to see his build get incredibly delayed, unfortunately, and he's just not going to be able to hit his item. He's currently an entire 300 gold down, but he doesn't have a mythic, and that's going to be Xray looking for. He's going to miss the root, though. He's going to get stunned. He's going to hit everything, though, after. Going to have that fear up shortly. He's trying to look for it, but instead, the ult is just going to follow him down, and he's going to burn so much and get just straight ults for ults. Meanwhile, ShrubbyTurtle sees out Wuijin, props the ward. Going to get destroyed by the control ward, though. Both teams are looking for some sort of play on this timer. The top turret is gone completely, and looks like we can see Deity. Party Toad is going a little too forward. That's going to be the ultimate popped out. Party Toad is trying to get him down. He has no way to get out. That's going to be the ultimate stunned up. ShrubbyTurtle is trying desperately to get on top of him. He can't do a damn thing. He needs to kill him, but he's just staying alive too long. ShrubbyTurtle is the saving grace of their team, though. He's trying to look for it. Does not have flash. Gonna pick up one kill. Wuijin's going for the second. Trying to get the regen. Going to get over the wall, but it's gonna get canceled. Just the perfect timing coming out from Wuijin on that Janna. Gonna get that nado and stop his chase, but securing some necessity is going for this team. They need to get gold. It's a necessity if they want to stay in this game, because their draft is not going to win later team fights when they're to the likes of this bot lane. And MF Yumi's going to attach to Olaf, and Olaf is going to run in and be an absolute menace. Every single one of these teams need to be quite careful of what's going on here, because at a second's notice... Oh, the smite steal! Janna does it again. Gets the knockup in. She's gonna get out. The glacial augment. Too damn strong. And this game is just looking incredibly bad for the likes of Doinks, because they do not have any way. They're trying to run down the MF. They catch the Yumi, though. Shmi is here. He gets the auto attacks. They get everything down. They're trying to burn him. The ult comes through. They're able to find the pick on the terrible rotation coming for him. Meanwhile, Wuijin is looking for it. They're going to have the ultimate. They're going to get the CC. They're going to get the knockup, though. That's going to be Xray stuck on their tower. He's going to take the tower shots. They're trading 1 for 1. Meanwhile, ShrubbyTurtle's here. They're looking for Wuijin. Wuijin's caught out. He's going to be inside. He's going to go golden. He's going to die. And Deity has to watch his team once again lose another member. The gold gap is reduced to around 3,000. They look to pick up a pivotal Herald in the top lane, looking to break out some more turrets. Only currently have that top turret, and we are going to see those objective timers. I apologize for not having those earlier. And those are going to come out currently a minute into the next dragon. Oh, they're going to run at Deity. Deity has to be careful here. Going to pop the ignite. They need to do it now. Oh, that's just not enough time. Deity had that ultimate up. No, okay, they traded 1 for 1. N54 should have been fine there. Deity needed a flash E. Regardless. Oh, he has Ghost. Never mind. I don't know what I'm talking about. Going to see this come up, though. Most importantly, they're looking to take this first turret, tier 1, into the dragon. Gonna see Wuijin go forward, trying to get him. He's gonna get ulted away, getting pushed away, forced to flash as the goods runs. Going to get rooted, take some serious damage, lose the turret, but the dragon is up. 22 seconds. ShrubbyTurtle is on the way. All 4 members, nearly 5, on the respawn. ShrubbyTurtle looking for something right here. He's going to have to queue away. Getting away. Vex is looking for something, most importantly, as Janna is going to get some good harass. She's down by 2 levels, doesn't have that next level ultimate, nor does she have flash. She needs to be quite careful. Currently going to see Party Toad continue to hit the harass. The damage is coming forward as Xray is just getting them inside the small area. ShrubbyTurtle, you're taking a lot of damage. You're not that tanky. The heals coming from Yumi are finally in effect.
The goods are on the other side. They finally were able to re-engage from the other side of the map. Currently N54 though, only level 10, same as everyone in this game. Deity though is looking for this with that Yumi. He's going to run it down. That's going to be the ultimate. That's going to be the W. She's trying to look for it, but the ultimate's coming down. Too powerful. They can't do a damn thing. N54 running away. Meanwhile, that's going to be the Vex chasing after him. Currently seeing the Olaf become this unstoppable powerhouse. Acceleration from both of them. Going to see him run after the enemy. Oh, that's going to be the speed. That's going to be the addition. The Flash is not going to save you today. Bringing the gold difference back up to 4,000. Securing their first Drake on this pivotal third dragon. And that's going to look like the end for Doinks' team here. And it's just so out of control. Currently seeing very little punishment coming out. Every single roll is basically ahead for their team except for Bot, which is a little bit behind. But everything else is pretty much in their favor. It's going to be very hard for anyone else to close out this game.
Both teams looking to do something really important here because it's going to come down to how they close it. Baron will spawn in the next 15 seconds. And if you don't just look to get Baron here, especially when you're a team behind, like you can burst this down pretty quickly into the likes of something like Olaf. Like Olaf is going to be the real champion looking to get burst for his team. Especially with the enchanters, he's able to like margin at that lower HP for longer amounts of time because of the shielding. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes.
Finally, another turret getting picked up. Going to make the difference a little more. Seeing the number of towers for each team is a little bit worrisome. We could wait to see for this fight. Sorry, I lost the scoreboard for a moment. And both of these teams need to look for picks. 3,000 gold lead is something that can be turned around. Baron is up. They seem to have vision control, so they could honestly look to just take these Krugs into burying. And the enemy team is actually looking to contest this blue buff that's on spawn, and no one is there. The timings are completely off. They know that the Fiora is topside, and she's got very little punish, specifically on this Janna. And Janna and the enchanters are just sitting on top of Deity here. And that's literally all they need to do. They're going to look to flank around. Oh, ShrubbyTurtle could get caught out here. Oh, they see him. They're on, looking for it. They're on their way. Falling Sule, they're going to get on top of it. It's currently at 12,000 HP, slowly getting bursted down. They don't do it very fast. It's just Deity, the main source of damage. You have two enchanters, an assassin, and they're going to have to walk away as they realize they take it too slowly. The enemy can rotate too quickly to get on top of them, especially with the likes of Kaisa. Fiora can also look to punish. Does have teleport up in the next couple of seconds. Can base, go bot, and look to get some advantages for themselves. Oh, Doinks is just caught terribly on the recall. So much was burned for that, and they're just going to look to turn their eyes onto the Baron buff here. The timing is just so well, and they don't have to worry about anything. They're just going to start instantly doing it. Pops his second ultimate, just going to get the recast, 9,000 HP. Everyone's TPing on top of it. It's getting quite low. They have the additional vision. That's going to connect. 6,000 HP. They're looking for the MF ult still exists. They're going to get onto two members. That's going to be down. He's going to cancel it. The Good's doing what he needs to do, but it's not going to be enough. Shrubby is going to end up trying to fall on the backside, and they're just running over the enemy team. They haven't lost a single member. Just team comp diff. Looking at this game so far, looking at the goal lead alone, even though they're sacking through, this game is over 4,000 gold, but for some reason, and I'll let you know what the reason is. Wait, why isn't there not something like objective bounty spawning? It's a 4,000 gold lead. It's more than that. As soon as they pick up Baron and objective bounties don't spawn, I'd be very curious to know why. Smite's early, and they're now up to 6,000 gold lead. And this is the thing, is if you have something such as the Janna who has a really low CS, for some reason the objective bounties don't initially turn on. Normally it's a 4,000 gold deficit, but something about this pick and just the game just doesn't comprehend. Look, there's a 6,000 gold lead difference between the junglers. Most importantly, that just shows the itemization from both of them is just looking very well favored for Wuijin's team, Camp Jungle, as they're literally playing entirely for their jungler, and the Vex pick is just a counter to something such as the Fiora. Fiora has not been able to split push and really punish anything, and they don't even need to go for this dragon. They should just rush down mid lane and take this tower before it spawns, because they still have 26 seconds. And the enemy team realizes this. They have to stop this push, so they have to forgive their dragon control. And instantly, Doinks is going to take a lot of damage, and that's going to be him popping. That's going to get him stunned. Goods is there, but look at the healing. They have no shield way, and that's going to be N54. They're trying to get on top of him, and everything they do just doesn't matter. So much damage, so much healing. N54 has to flash out of the MF ult, but it's just, look, he's still alive. Doinks is not dying. And so eventually, the enemy deity is just on top of him, and they're just losing every single member. Finally, they lose the jungler up by 6,000 gold, has 2 items, just starts running down. They just can't do anything. Every single other member is alive, and just look, flash forward. That's going to be the kill. They're going to take the inhibitor off this. 7,000 gold lead, finally going to force objective bounties. Should have been activated a long time ago. And they're going to take the turret, take the inhib. Can't go bot lane. Both towers exist, but they're going to look to pick up the dragon. And the win con for the side of Doinks' team just doesn't exist there. Hits it on top of him, but it just doesn't matter. N54 is just so far behind in terms of gold income and really damage for his team that he can't really do anything. He just doesn't provide any utility. Goods is also 2 level downs to the enemy top laner alone. He is just stuck there in hell, going to eventually die once again. Valiant picking up another kill, looking incredibly strong this game. Both of them going to run towards this, as they're going to have to give this up. This is going to be another dragon. And they're just not in the position. They took a bad team fight. They need to be looking for picks. Just find some way to win themselves this game, get back into it, because right now they're playing and their strategy is not working. So far we have seen very few teams so far in the Liga really look for such a draft dominant position, because that really is what this game is breaking down to, a draft diff. Mostly also a little bit of a role diff coming down to deity and the goods. Fortunately, game is looking quite over at this point. The goal difference is just so high. Mostly ShrubbyTurtle has not been able to appropriately counterpick and punish, and they just have such good vision. N54 on top of that is just so far behind. He can't do anything. He's just getting stunned down. The enemy is just on top of him. The fight is over. This is going to be the game right here. That's going to be a TP coming out from PartyTurtle. And, sorry, PartyTurtle, and PartyTurtle is dead. Shrubby's here. He's trying to stay alive. He's going to get run down. That's 3,000 HP. That's going to be ultimate, instantly stopping the parry, but that's dead. That's going to be an ace. Not a single member of Camp our Jungle has fallen, and they're going to look to pick up the game. Very clean coming out from them. 10,000 gold lead. Only losing their outer turrets and staying so far ahead throughout this game. Really good job from them, and I would like to see how they continue to play, as they are playing an incredibly Enchantress-centric team comp, and doesn't really seem that the top lane was pushed as hard as I was hoping for, especially when something on the likes of Fiora. I think the wave pressure that he generated really was the downfall in that matchup, along with the fact that Olaf was just uncontested early, just better clearing in that regard, along with the fact that N54 in this dominant bot lane matchup really failed to use lanes and wave management to his advantage. I think the same thing goes for ShrubbyTurtle. Wave management into these weak side champions and just forcing freezes is really punishing, but we unfortunately did not see any of that.